Welcome to the live stream of consciousness. The live stream of consciousness is on a quest to unravel the mysteries of existence. Every episode, we ask the fundamental question, what is consciousness? Is consciousness merely a product of our brains, or does it connect us to something greater? Explore the very fabric of our thoughts. Don't miss a moment. Expand your awareness and tap into the boundless potential that resides within you. Welcome to the live stream of consciousness.
Yes, welcome to the live stream of consciousness. I always like to pick out one of the things that Jesse says as a little piece of advice, and tonight's is don't miss a moment. Don't miss a moment. What's up, everybody? I'm excited to see everybody chit-chatting in the chat over there. That's pretty damn cool. And Grace, thank you. Always watching on both platforms. You get a bell just for that, just for always being there and being on both. You're already subscribed, but you get another bell. Congratulations to Ninja Kitty. I see she's announcing the birth of her third granddaughter, Hazel Elaine, born at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. today. That's awesome. Congratulations to Ninja Kitty. Look at the smile that it's put on my face, and probably everybody out there smiling just like this. That's so cool. That's what the live stream of consciousnness is, right? The live stream of consciousness is me connecting to the live stream, creating a live stream that you guys can connect to. What's up, Pat Powser? Good to see you. That you can connect to, and without even being in the same room, exchanging energy and feeling good. And just being present in the moment. Yes, today. That's awesome. Congratulations. Super exciting. So I think that's the second time we've had a birth announcement on the live stream of consciousness. Tim, we actually had a gender reveal on the live stream of consciousness with Tim. That was pretty awesome. So I am excited. It is still freaking February. Can you believe it? It's still February, and we got another show in February. Right. I talk about how just like by perception, you can change things. And I changed last year's perception of, oh my God, it's another week. Oh my God, it's another week. It's going so fast, to take a deep breath. And that's what we should do. We should do that together. Take a deep breath, everybody. Just like in through the nose. I don't know if you guys watch the Angel Channel show, but Brian likes to push it further than you can even go, and then release it. It feels so good. It's like natural medicine. It's like you're putting yourself in this place. You're centering yourself. And it's free and it's natural and it's just based on intention. You just intend to feel good. So what's up, Helen? You always make me smile. You always make me smile, Helen. I'm excited. Tonight is going to be a good show. I have a very cool guest coming on, but I have to be completely transparent with you. I got a text a little while ago. I know he originally postponed. Mick Thomas is his name. He's an amazing comedian. I'm going to give him an introduction probably in a little bit. But he said he's running a little late. He's on his way back from Connecticut. And I was like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. He said he's going to actually probably be about 25 minutes late. So again, I'm being transparent with you, and I've got to fill up 25 minutes. So first of all, thank you everybody for being here. First and second of all, and third of all, and all of all, right? That's what would it be without all you guys? It would be me talking to my computer. But I looked at his material to see what I could play, to show you guys a little bit about who Mick Thomas is. And he's so funny. He's a great comedian, but a lot of the videos are at comedy clubs and the audio is really horrible. So I did find the Stand-Up Memories episode that we did where he's being interviewed a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on at some point. But I'm going to stall a little bit. And you are here on a special day, because I don't usually get to do this, but I'm going to share a little bit about myself as if I'm kind of my own guest. And maybe you'll see why I'm so grateful and so happy, and how it evolved to me even being here, right? And I guess the first thing I'm going to express is gratitude for this show. This show, you know, as most of you guys know, and I've said before, I never expected to be sitting here talking to my computer, knowing that there was somebody who actually cared out there on the other side, right? And now week to week, I come here, I go, I sit at my computer, and I know there's a community of people out there who care and are listening and are sharing in whatever the conversation is. I see it in the comments, which is over there for me on that side of the screen. So thank you, and that was the one thing I wanted to share first. Let me share my window here. Share screen. Also share tab audio. Yes. So it's letting me show to share the tab instead. So let's do it that way. So I'm going to share this tab, which is my YouTube channel. So this is the live stream of consciousness. Where you're at, you might not be on YouTube, you might be on Facebook. But YouTube is where a lot of my videos live, and also the short form content. So this is the short section of the show, and it's so cool to be able to scroll back and look at all the amazing conversations that I've had with all these different people. Some of you guys may remember some of these people. Some of my favorite people, Michael Wellhouse, who is very religious. He's a theologist, right? Theology, I believe, is the study of religion. And it was such a great, the idea of that conversation was to not put spirituality up against religion, but put spirituality and religion on the same page and explain the things that were the same about spirituality and religion, I think they're always defined differently. People are always trying to kind of like come up with these different definitions for that stuff. But anyway, I did mean to say, I meant to say this. I set this all up and I forgot to say this. So if you're still hanging with me, if you come here for Mick Thomas, he will be here. I promise. He said he was coming. He was just going to be a little bit late. But the cool thing is I was like starting to try to figure out what to do. And it made me start thinking about a lot of things like, what does this show have that's special? What does the show have that's different than other shows? I mean, it's conversations about spirituality. There are other shows like that. There are people I love watching. Alex Ferrari, I don't know if you know who that is, but he does the New Soul Living podcast, or he does a great podcast. I see Grace making a comment, so I know you guys are still alive. I always make each show awesomeness. Thank you. I try. I guess I try. I show up, and what happens. And it's really fun. Next Level Soul. Yes, Hat Pauser. That's such he's so great. I actually wrote an email to him, but on his website it says, like, if you're looking to do an interview, he's totally booked up and not easy to get. But that is one of my goals, is to get Alex Ferrari on this show. He's amazing. He's a total inspiration. Next level. It is next level. These conversations are not that they're not amazing. They are amazing, but I think they're a little, I don't know. I aspire to be a little bit more like Alex Ferrari. He's sitting in a library or a study, or I don't know. But anyway, you're spontaneous. Yes. And I'm the only person that you could see on your TV. Oh, so somebody sent me a picture. They were watching the live stream of consciousness on their TV. So it was a picture of me on this big screen, my big head next to somebody. It was really funny to see, but all good, man. However you're watching this, however you're experiencing this, if you've got something special going on, say it in the comments, and I will bring it up. Brian Scott's The Reality Revolution is also, I've got to check that one out. I don't know if I watched that. Brian Scott's The Reality Revolution. I think I'm going to want to check that one out. That sounds great. I don't know if you guys have any thing that you watch. I used to be into like Russell Brand, and like I said, I think I was saying earlier when I was on Facebook announcing my guest tonight, I was saying, I even enjoyed Matt Walsh for a bit, Ben Shapiro, these people who I didn't think I would enjoy, but they've become these social media content clowns. And it's hard to watch them. So Alex Ferrari, I do like. I got to check out Brian Scott. You have sent me a picture like that. I'm not sure. Oh, you were the one who sent me the picture. That's the one. There you go. You were watching me on your TV and you sent me a picture of it. That's funny. That's great. Brian streams a recorded podcast every day at 2 p.m. PST. Awesome. I am definitely going to check that out. As a matter of fact, you know what, Pat? I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Brian Scott. Brian Scott. Everybody. So you see that. Brian Scott. I wrote that down. I also wrote down some other things. I see Janice has entered the building. What's up, the quiet healer? And Tim is saying he and Taryn and Sonia will soon be landing in New Jersey on March 12th. Awesome. I can't wait to see you, brother. Although I love having you here from Brazil. It's so cool because I have an international audience. But and then Hat is telling me he and Alex Ferrara have interviewed each other. Awesome. I can't wait to see this. I love these kinds of conversations, so I'm sure I'm going to love that that material. Anyway, let me tell this joke. Let me finish this joke that I set up and I forgot to do, and now I want to do before I share some of this stuff. The joke was not really the joke. I guess it's not really a joke. Hold on a second. I got to go back to comments and hide this. The idea was, what does this show have? What makes this show special? It's, I do interviews. Lots of shows do interview. I don't think anybody has this, and I've actually branded it to be my own, but I have a 100% money back guarantee that you will enjoy this show. 100%. If you don't enjoy this show, write me an email. I will send you back 100% of the money that you spent to watch this show. And there you go. We're even. So I have a 100% money guarantee. Was that funny? I don't know. It was a joke I came up with because I have a comedian coming on, and I was feeling funny. And I was trying to think of what I had special, and I do have that 100% money back guarantee. If you're not enjoying this show and you watch it, then tell me and I'll send you your money back. Okay, the joke's over. I did the joke. Let me go back to sharing some of this stuff. I was watching some of the short content. I thought this one was amazing. Tell me in this one, just let me know, give me some feedback how the audio is, so that if it's good, I'll share more. If it's not, I won't. So this is Michael Wellhouse, who is a gentleman I just met randomly at Robert Moses Beach one day. It was really, really crowded at the beach, and I was waiting online for a drink with the person I was with, and it was a long line, and the line went, and he was sitting there with his wife. They had bought 2 drinks each because the line was so long, so they bought 2, and they were sitting there at the table, and we were just standing there online, and he looked up at me, and he looked at his drinks, and he looked up at me, and he looked at his drinks, and he said, "You want a drink, brother? Sit down." And me and my friend sat down, and I met Michael Wellhouse. He was an amazing, amazing person, such a sharing, loving soul, and we became friends. And even though our beliefs are very different, like I said, he's a very religious person, I'm a little bit more spiritual. And well, what is the difference between that? It's really the same thing, right? It's just the way that you relate to your own higher power. So that was great. Tim says he's going to watch it twice as much now so he can double his refund. Awesome, Tim. Awesome. I love that. You're a funny guy. Anyway, so Michael Wellhouse, again, just an amazing, amazing soul. And one of the things about the show that and we all love is the big question. So let's take a look at the short. Let me know how the sound is, if it sounds good. And that question is, what does it mean to you? What is consciousness exactly? What does that mean to you? If you can describe it in briefly without getting too heavy.
No, I'm not going to get heavy at all. For me, it's very simple. Mm-hmm. So for me, consciousness is the concept that God gave me breath, and I can see the beauty that He's created. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's created beauty. Every time we wake up, we look and we say, "Wow, look at those trees. Wow, look at the sun. Wow, look at the moon. Oh my goodness." And for me, consciousness, honestly, is realizing that There's something greater than us. There's an artist at work.
Mm-hmm.
And that artist is far above anything we can comprehend.
Mm-hmm. And that question is, what does it mean? Okay, sorry. Didn't mean for that to start playing again. How did that sound? Can you guys hear the audio on that? What an amazing moment in a conversation. I am so freaking grateful to have started and doing this show and having all of this stuff documented and being able to look at that and pick out moments like that where, I just can be more grateful about who I am and how I navigate this earth, right? Helen's saying the audio was perfect. Grace Grella, Billy Preston song, reference above, souls recognized like souls. Yes, totally. That's one of the great things about that relationship with Michael is like he's just so freaking amazing. And of course, I'm going to scroll down here to just play one or two more of these conversations I was grateful for. So one of the guys that I work with and I've spoken to you guys about, and this is probably a little self-serving. It's not really. It was just a great clip and a great moment, and it was the real thing. I work with this comedian Peter Bales, and I do the show with him. So he's going to help me later introduce Mick Thomas on his show, and I'm going to play his clip right now. My distinguished guest, Mr. Peter Bales. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Michael Zinn, just listening to you open your show, I am so totally relaxed. You seem so calm and in control. I can't imagine you angry. I'm sure you do get angry, but I can't imagine it. I've never seen it.
I love that.
I love, hello to everybody who's watching and the people that are chatting. I love that you have that going on. I love Michael Zinn. I love the idea of this show. And maybe you'll agree with me. I think Michael missed his calling. He should have been a therapist because he solves problems in such a relaxed way that I think that's a special gift. And I'm happy to be here, and I trust him, and I will follow him anywhere during this show. I have a lot to say. He'll get it out of me, believe me.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you excited. This is how you get during your own show, which is great because
I love it.
You get pumped up. Yeah, Peter used to get really excited during the show, and that was perfect. And such a great guest, and probably the first and only time that anybody actually came on the show and said and professed their love for me. I mean, he said, "Michael Zinn, I love you." He said, he professed his love for me. That was awesome. Totally unexpected. I never expected that. And then I'm going to just look here. Jesse Howe was another great guest. He's just such a great person who's just trying to connect the world and look for the good in people. And he had a dance party the other night. I don't know. I think Helen saw it. I know that it was recorded and then actually posted. So I don't know if any of you guys ever saw that. I was just dancing. Everybody was dancing. It was a live stream. We were all live at the same time. It was very, very cool. And so Jesse Howe, somebody I recommend. Gemma Starr, she was on the show right over here. I don't know if you guys can see my arrow. There's my arrow. Gemma Starr was on the show, on Janice's show recently, and she was pretty awesome. We have Alicia Munyan. She was awesome. Roger Kabler. Oh my God, he was awesome. Let's take a look at Roger Kabler's clip. He, if you remember or don't remember, Roger Kabler is a comedian who was very successful in the 80s. He was on the Carol Burnett show. He was his own thing. He was an actor and a comedian. He was the Zima guy. There was a bunch of Zima commercials and he was the guy. But he had a very profound experience when Robin Williams died. And, he was already kind of doing a Robin Williams impersonation. But watch this.
It was like I understood that he wanted something from me, and that was to help him get back to work. I know you didn't ask me about the movie, but that's how it's tied into this.
Well, you know what? Honestly, that's what made me think of you and say, "Holy shit, Roger would be an amazing guest to talk to on the show."
Thank you. I will tell you the dark. One thing that happened shortly after he died. I was just walking in the woods. I live near the woods. Out of my mouth, without my permission, without any forewarning, came, "I miss my kids." I know. And I said, I'm sorry. What did you say? Why are you doing it? I was so upset that this was happening because I didn't
Wow.
want this. I didn't invite
Did
it.
you recognize where it was coming from, or not yet?
I was Robin Williams going, I miss my kids for a second.
So you
It
felt
came from
like
my
Robin.
heart. It wasn't
Wow.
my kids. It was Robin and his kids, but it came through me and through my mouth and through my heart and my consciousness. It was like I understood
Wow.
that he wanted something from me, and that was
Hold
to
on,
help.
not going back. There we go. That, whee, holy moly! I teared up a little bit on that one. That was amazing. I met Roger in person, and that's what made me think about inviting him on the show. And I have to tell you, I literally felt like I met Robin Williams and Roger Kabler. I met two different people. He without a doubt channeled Robin Williams. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, and I was there, and that was great. And Helen says, I was finally able to watch Roger as Robin a few months ago without missing Robin too much to take it in. Yeah, good. That's great. Roger was definitely a fun episode. And Hat Pauser was there. She was there. Where were you, Hat? You were at the Roger Kabler episode, and you danced a little bit and ate some tacos, or where were you? Did I miss something? I think maybe I missed something. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for remembering that episode. I think it was pretty awesome too. I want to play one more of these and then I'll move on a little bit. We're at 9:20. I only got a couple more minutes to fill. And that is one of my favorite episodes, which was, let's see if I can find it here. Here it is. This is one of my favorite things. Such an amazing man, so easy to talk to, and so freaking wise. I mean, listen to this. Oh, hold on. That didn't go to the right one. That was Lucas Hassel, who's also amazing, but it's all gratitude. No, it should have went to this one right here. So that was so cool, right? That was amazing episode. And Hat reminded me, oh, you weren't hearing it or seeing it? Oh, shoot. Oh, you know what? I thought I was sharing a tab. Yeah, you should have heard that. I was sharing that tab with you. No? Oh, maybe I was sharing the wrong tab with you. I don't know. I appreciate it. I apologize. Did you guys see the Roger Kabler one, or not? You just didn't see the Cheech and Chong one, the Tommy Chong. That was Tommy Chong that I played, by the way. Wow. I see. I don't get I should have a monitor so I know what you guys are seeing, but I don't have another monitor, so I don't know what you guys. You saw the Roger Kabler one. Okay, cool. All right. So we missed the Tommy Chong one. Tommy Chong was amazing. It shows that it's sharing this tab. Tell me if you see it now, because I want to play it. That was classic.
In the spiritual world, there's no want, need, or desire. And also in the physical world, for every action, there's a reaction. And for every up, there's a down.
You guys seeing that?
Mm-hmm. So it's like opposites. In other words, in order to have electricity, you have to have positive and negative. You can't have one without the other.
Oh,
you
that's
need,
a great,
in order
that's
to
a great
it,
example.
see? And so when you think about a spirit, for instance, a spirit to me is the size of a thought.
Ah, I love the way you put that. It's the size of a thought. How freaking awesome was that? The size of a thought, and that's a perfect reason to play this graphic that I created. Oh, and it's covered up by Pat's comment. Hold on a second. I'm doing a horrible job right now at producing. So that was Hat telling me that she was at the Jesse's High Vibe dance party, which is very cool. How cool is that? Helen, I love Tommy Chong. Oh my God, I can see what a loving soul he is. He is amazing. Well, now we're all seeing him. He's always a trip. Yeah, that was amazing. Amazing that I could get a conversation with him, and amazing how easy he was to talk to. We smoked a little bit. He gave me a virtual shotgun. He's like, "You want a virtual shotgun?" He smoked and he blew it into the screen. I was like, I couldn't have asked for anything cooler. That was pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty awesome. So again, thank you guys for being here with me on this trip. Let me remove that. I'm gonna have to share a different tab with you guys in a second. But thank you for being with me on this trip, and it's just so cool that I get to meet cool people, have cool conversations, and that people care, right? How cool is that? And I'm sure it feels good to care, to be there and care. All right, so let me see. I'm going to stop that screen. I'm going to present. I'm going to share screen. I need to share another tab. So I said I was going to share a little bit about me. I want to play something to introduce Mick. I don't know when he's coming on. So what I'm going to do is there's another side of me that you guys don't really know about, and let's see how this works out. And that is, I play music. I videotape bands. I make music videos. Like I'm a video production type guy and a photographer. I think I've shared a bunch of my artwork on this show, so I was like, I can't do that again. So I figured I would share some things, and these are some shows that I happen to have a video camera at, or I shot that were friends. These are some videos that I made, so I'm going to play one of those. And there's a bunch of stuff to see and hear on this channel. Blah blah blah. I couldn't play licensed music, but I could play some music videos that I made that are really good, talented people that I've worked with, that I don't think their music is copyrighted by Sony, so I should be all right. So let's take a watch for Cyrena, who is somebody who I should have on the show. She's very young. I think she's probably 21 at this point. When I met her, she was like 17, writing this amazing music. And we did this video during COVID, actually. And here it is. It's all true. Let me know how the audio is. Guys seeing that?
Watch you drive, windows down, the sound of my heart drowns out the thought of this town. Backwards hats and smiling eyes, your hand intertwined with mine. Don't let this end. Meet me at the stop sign, let me some of your time. I'll give you all of mine, all of mine. Under the red light at midnight, the stars align. Green light, going on and on. You saw the show with big brown eyes and your hello, 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 hello. You're shaking your head, you don't believe in all the beauty that I see in you.
I'm just going to lower it a little bit and talk a little bit about it. So this was shot in one day, and during COVID, we had the use of this person's house and their dock. That was the person's house in the background there, and their boat. So we got a small crew together and but the ice cream man was random. He showed up and we asked him if we could do that little scene, which is pretty cool. That was the end of the day. Got dark and we did that scene spontaneously. All of mine. Under the red light at midnight, the stars align.
It's all I can stay in this passenger seat forever, baby, never leave with you next to me. Next to me, been waiting on the world to fall asleep so I can wake up with you next to me. Look into your eyes and I can't breathe. And all I know is you know the show with big brown eyes and your hello, 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 hello. Yeah, you're shaking your head, you don't believe in all the beauty that I see in you.
So I don't know if you guys like that. I think she's brilliant. Serena Carey is her name. She is just a brilliant musician. I've seen her just kind of write songs spontaneously, just playing music with my friend Paul, who was the one who introduced me to her. Had my drone. It was so much fun. It was just like, it was a lot of work this day. I was the only one filming. I had some people helping me, and I just had to, it was just good. It was just something I love to do. And I was happy for the opportunity to do it. So I didn't even think about how hard it was. There's so many more here, so many more cool things I want to show you guys, but it is about 9:30. I want to start talking about Mick Thomas. I see some people came in, some people dropped out. Let me go back and find that Mick Thomas tab so I can introduce you guys to Mick Thomas. I'm going to take this screen out. I'm going to put the new screen in Mick Thomas YouTube. Nope, Stand Up Memories YouTube. There it is, share. All right, so again, I think I mentioned that Greek Capture Visuals. Thank you, Grace, and thank you, Hat. And what's up, Steve Sage? Good to see you. So I think I mentioned to you guys that I met Mick Thomas on set during Stand Up Memories, and so I figured it was a good way to introduce him. I'm going to play a little clip of that interview so you can hear who he is, how he sounds, what he's about, and then hopefully he'll pop in to the green room while that's happening, and then we can have him on and start the interview. Damn it, 30 minutes late. All good. Tim saying hola, Steve. Helen's out there, always happen to listen. All right, so tell me how the sound is here. Let me share this and let me play this. So the interview already started, but this is where they kind of start talking about who he is.
Mick Thomas, transplanted from Ireland to Long Island, starts out in comedy. How it had to be tough. It couldn't have been easy at first.
It wasn't, and I'll tell you why. And that's no disrespect.
Had you toned down your accent before you gave it a shot?
I
mean,
had
were
to,
you here
because
a while?
Yeah, I was here about 2 years, 4 years. Because I started comedy, and I'll tell you why I started comedy when my daughter was born, and I'll tell you why. But come back to Peter's question, is I didn't find it hard because I had an act right out the gate. Like, so that's no disrespect to comics who start and find it tough, because I had this. I was from another land,
yeah,
and it was very easy for me to get laughs because all I had to do was just crap on what you do. And I kept that act for about 2 years. And of course I built on it. And I kept the same premise. And you said that, we said that. I'm confused about the thing that you do.
Yeah, you had a built-in premise.
So 2 to 3 years, I never experienced a bomb. I never experienced a bad bomb, which is not good, because I think you should experience those right away. So when I decided to move away from that, like now I got kids, and let me talk about what that. And then I started the bomb because I moved away from the safety net of being this foreigner. And then it was like, oh, then I got shocked. Then I got rocked, because 3 years
kind of backwards.
It really is, because when I look at guys, when I see guys who go up on their first time on an open mic and they bomb, and I always give them credit, because I probably wouldn't have come back. For my first time on stage, I bombed. I probably wouldn't have walked back onto that stage and go, you know what, I tried it. It's not for me. But I was very lucky to kind of I had something to say.
Your act was a fish out of water, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of comics, just when they start, like, who are they? They don't know what to talk about. They don't know what they just want to. They're struggling to find what is funny. What should I talk about? You know, and it's so for me, I was just lucky enough to have.
Well, you had the built-in hook, and then when you started to expand on that, that's when you experienced fun.
Yeah.
And Jackie's right. It's kind of the opposite of what
right. It really
comedy is so weird, because to this day, before a show, like I'm always a mess.
Yeah.
No matter what Chris Rock said, I've said it a million times on the show. Chris Rock said comics don't get paid for doing their acts. They get paid for the 20 minutes before the show. Okay. You know what I mean? Because everybody's a wreck. And every time you look back 2 years or 5 years or 10 years and like, how did I have the nerve to go on? How'd you have the nerve to go on stage 40 years ago? You just don't know any better.
Right.
Or you don't, it's a very odd thing, you know. I bombed so badly at Catch a Rising Star, but I had played guitar and told jokes for so long. I was so used to people being loud, and I just didn't know any better. That's just what I did. And it was so strange to go on stage at Catch a Rising Star, because when we were in the band, we spent most of our time, hey, we're over here, pay attention, we're going to tell jokes. And all of a sudden you walk on stage and you got everybody's full attention. And like, I didn't know even how to deal with it. It was like, you know, whoa. And I didn't deal with it. It was horrible.
And you can't drown out the silence with a guitar or a drum. It's just you and your words.
Well, you know, I actually went up with a sponsor, I think the second time, and it was a very dirty sponsor, and I got huge laughs. And I thought, wow, this is a piece of cake. And I turned around, and I don't think I got another laugh the whole time. Like, you know how crazy it is.
I got to tell you, I bombed every night for a year. Unfortunately, that year was 2022.
Yeah, you opened for me. I was watching it happen. You know.
So those guys, I love working with Jackie and Peter. I think they're funny. I know a lot of people have said to me, like, who are those two old guys? And I don't know. For me, you know, I used to call Jackie Martling's 922 wine or whatever his joke line was when I was 15 years old. You'd call up this phone number and you'd hear like this guy chuckling and telling jokes, and they were dirty jokes, and it was just really funny. So I've known Jackie since before he was the Howard Stern writer. I didn't even know that he did that. I just always knew him as Jackie the Joke Man, the comedian from Long Island. When I started working with him, and him and Peter are just two amazing guys. Let me remove this and stop that screen and present. Maybe I'll share something different here for a second. We'll go back to that, and I'll put that up in a minute if I need to. But anyway, I just really enjoy working with Jackie and Peter. That show, you know, I can see for some people might not get it, but the stories that they tell, I think, are great. Endearing stories about being comedians, and you know, they've worked with everybody. Jackie knows everybody. It's really incredible to hear his stories. And a couple of people who've come through were comedians that I watched when I was a kid. Bob Nelson was at the studio recently, and he was so funny. And I got to ask him a question after the show. I asked him how he came up with certain things that he did in his routine. He told me the stories, and that was just really cool. A cool opportunity to talk to someone and get to hear how they came up with what it is that they've done, and like an act that like a lot of people have seen. You know, you've all seen his football act, I think, and his boxer. He had like a punch drunk boxer dude who was just like didn't remember anything because he got hit in the head so hard so many times. Anyway, we are here waiting for Mick Thomas, who is a little bit later than I thought he would be. So if you guys want to talk, let me know what's going on with you. Tim Lorenz, love Bob Nelson, definitely one of my favorites as a kid. Yeah, he was one of those comedians who could just do spontaneous characters, kind of just like fall into instantly another character, and like that it was an alternate version of himself, or it was an actual person that existed. Like you believe that character had a life and an existence outside of Bob Nelson, which is pretty cool. So Mick Thomas, again, he said he was going to be here in about 25 minutes. Not quite. It's okay, Mick. I still love you. I told him, I said, no one's getting paid. I said, I'm there regardless every Thursday. I'll think of something to do. I hope you guys are feeling entertained. If not, if you're not feeling entertained, please write me immediately, and you can take part in the 100% money back guarantee that I offer. This show, I'm so certain that you're going to enjoy it that I offer you 100% money back guarantee. Tim is watching it twice in hopes that he can get twice his money back, but he's going to enjoy it. So he's not going to get his money back. He's just going to get twice as much enjoyment out of it, I think, which is kind of cool. Oh, you know what I didn't do before? Who was it? Tommy Chong. When Tommy Chong said his thing, oh, I got to get the comment out of there. It's like you got to click off of certain things to access other things, so you can't do everything at once. When Tommy Chong said that a spirit was the size of a thought, this is how I felt. So I've got these little graphics that I could put up, which is kind of cool, like almost like a soundboard. You can, I don't know if you guys know what a soundboard is, but a soundboard is like this. Thank you. I can play sounds, and it's kind of like pretty cool. You know what? I'm gonna turn that sound off because it's just looping. Hold on, I've got to go back here and turn that off. There we go. Awesome questions and answers. Have you ever had an NDE, MZ? An NDE, for people who don't know, is a near-death experience. I have not had an NDE, although, is it weird to say I would love to? I certainly feel like I've experienced things that are similar to what has been explained in NDEs through meditation, not necessarily through hallucinogenics, because I haven't done that since college, but maybe when I did do it in college, I experienced a bit of that. I don't know. But I have not. Have you had an NDE, Hat? If you have, would you like to come on the show and talk about it? I would love to talk about it. His duck hunting routine is fantastic. Yeah, he's great. I honestly wasn't allowed to see anything where a stand-up comic would be until I was in my late teens. Oh, okay. Thankfully, you were able to see stand-up comics eventually and enjoy that. I think stand-up comedy is definitely one of my favorite types of entertainment. I think watching a band and watching a comedian are my two top choices when I'm going to go look. I definitely way above like musicals, going to see a musical on Broadway, and no offense to anyone who goes and sees musicals on Broadway, it's just not my thing. It's very what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, subjective. It's very subjective, and that's all good. And Grace has experienced 3 NDEs. Grace Grella, who has been on the show many times before, also has her own show, who I happen to work with. On Thursday, I think the 29th, February 29th, Grace Grella goes live at 7 p.m. It's a call-in show, so you can actually call in. I love doing this. When I grew up, there were call-in shows on Channel 9 and Channel 11, person giving advice or something like that, and you could call. And Grace Grella is a talented psychic medium and astrologer, I believe, who can tell you, based on your birthday, things about yourself, or things about somebody who's passed on. She's a psychic and a medium and an astrologer and an intuitive. Tim says, I've had one too many NDEs. Tim, we've had Tim on the show as well, Tim is an amazing, talk about a survivor. Tim is beyond a survivor. He's just such an amazing soul because he's been through a lot, and he's just so grateful and loving and thankful, and has a beautiful wife and son, all because he deserves it. So we'll have to talk about your NDEs. And Hat says, I had kind of an NDE years ago, but I only remember a few elements. In my opinion, the most important part was the last thing said to me, ringing in my ears as I woke up. The asking is the receiving. Oh, wow, Hat. Oof. You hit me with that one. That's the message that I've been getting from Metatron, working with Wendy. And Metatron, the angels are basically saying, we're here. Ask us for what you need. We're here. Ask us for you need. And it's almost like I don't know. I'm so too humble. I don't know how to ask or what to ask for. But I'm so grateful that I'm being told that, and I hope that I figure out exactly what and how to ask. I think I do ask and receive in my own way. I had an amazing day today at work. And wow, now that I think about it, my day at work was amazing and horrible. There were things about my day that really sucked. And they were getting to me, but there were things about my day that were amazing. It was, wow. It was perfect. I was able to find the balance in the day. And if you haven't noticed, because I'm noticing it now, I'm a little sick. I'm a little under the weather. My voice, my throat has been itching, scratchy, and I'm just not feeling so great. And I had a freaking great day and a horrible day. And I see Mary Jean G is out there. What is up? And welcome. You are late, but that's okay because my guest is also Mick Thomas. Is driving frantically back from Connecticut right now. Hopefully he's already pulled into his driveway and he's setting up his computer and will blink, pop on at the bottom there any minute, and we can start our interview. I hope for you guys who have been here hanging out with me that you're enjoying yourself, and that you hang out for the interview, because I may go longer. I think I'll probably go longer than 10 o'clock just to give him some time and get into a conversation with him. I'll certainly ask him, what is consciousness and all of the standard fare. If you guys probably before 10, if he gets here shortly. Helen is saying, this is the one good thing about your day. Well, awesome. Because if there's only one good thing about your day and this is it, how awesome does that make me feel, Helen? Thank you. That makes me feel super honored and grateful to be that. So agony and ecstasy. Yes, Grace, that was my day today. Agony and ecstasy. And Grace, let me go back here and return to Hat Story. This was in response to my quest for help to get back into my body. The asking is the receiving was the answer. Wow. That Hat. When are you coming on my show, Hat Pauser? I would love to talk to you about that experience or anything else that you would love to talk about. You're one of those mystery listeners who I've never met or don't really know who you are, or maybe I do know who you are and I just don't know that you're calling yourself Hat Pauser. But thank you for being here. And for those interested in the NDE topic, the Jeff Mara podcast has a library of maybe 600 or 700 of them. Excuse me. I am familiar with Jeff Mara. And he's awesome too. Grace was saying thanks to Helen and Michael because we were giving her some compliments that she deserved. And Tim is saying hola to Mary Jean. And Hat is saying you can sweat coronaviruses. I shouldn't say that, right? There's algorithms that hear me saying that. Colds and flus out, sweat, hydrate, and sweat some more, and megadose with vitamin C. Good health advice. We are not doctors here at the Livestream of Consciousness, so if you're taking our advice, it is not medically presented to you as anything other than just like decent advice. So I don't know if that's a legal enough disclaimer, but it is. I think it's good advice. I think it's great. And then of course we have Mary Jean saying hello, Tim. I love that my audience talks to each other in the chat room. That's kind of cool. That's like old school AOL, right? Chat rooms, guys. Remember chat rooms from AOL? You guys remember AOL? You've got mail. That was, for me, the beginning of all of this. Tomorrow, Sonia has to get tested for dengue fever. Dang. We have an outbreak in our area. Taryn might need to be tested as well. He's starting to have some symptoms. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tim. I hope all of that works out and you guys get here in March as quickly and as healthily as you possibly can. I know that Mick Thomas is going to feel really horrible and apologize up and down, or maybe he'll be embarrassed and just won't show up. So I apologize if that's the case. I feel like he's going to show up. He's just really late. He said he was coming from Connecticut and he was going to be 25 minutes late, but it also did sound like he had just left, and I don't know where from in Connecticut he was coming from. So I've made it almost an hour. It's 9:50. Pat Pauser remembers Web TV. I kind of vaguely remember Web TV. Remind me what Web TV is. And I think I'm gonna play another music video. Let's do this. Let's have you guys choose a video. I have a few that I would like to share with you. I would love to share If Looks Could Kill. That is another song by Cyrena Carrier, but that was filmed with me and her in my living room and a projector. I was working a lot with the projector in photography, and we decided to try a video, and it's definitely one of my favorite pieces of mine. I love it. I love that it was done in my living room. It looks nice. It doesn't look like, it looks like it might have been done in a studio. You can't tell that it's done in the living room. I also have Sugar, which is a kind of rock rap song that I filmed at this bakery. We had some access to a bakery, and the song is called Sugar. And we had these two cute girls dancing around in that video. And then I have Bull Run, which is also a little bit like rock rap, Chili Peppers, Limp Bizkit-ish kind of very cool video that a friend of mine came up with the story and came up with the location and kind of directed me in that. He was the director. I was just more like the camera operator. Christmas All Over the World, Paul Mahas, who is a good friend of mine. He did a Christmas song. I filmed him a little bit in his house, and we used a lot of stock footage to fill up the video. That was a fun one. And Let Go of You. Those are the videos that we have to choose from right now. Let Go of You is actually Paul Mahas's daughter, who was 13 years old at the time. She had written the song with him. And he didn't even tell me. I thought I was going to New Jersey with him to visit his daughter to film her in the studio, like just recording, but the song was already recorded, and I was actually going to do a full-fledged music video, which he didn't tell me. And we came up with the storyline kind of on the drive to New Jersey. That's a good video. I like that one. So Grace is saying I did stand-up sitting down tonight. Thank you, Grace. I did do stand-up sitting down. I came up with, it's cool. I came up with like a visual joke, right? That whole 100% money back guarantee, which is not really a joke. It's actually, I am offering that 100% money back guarantee. True. Thank you, Grace. That's very kind of you. Trying here. I'm trying. So anybody have any choices? Anybody see anything up there that they like? I could also play, Carrie and the Cats. Carrie is a very super talented singer from Long Island. She's in Florida now. I recorded her CD release party by myself with like 3 or 4 cameras I had in place, and then the one I was moving around with. I could show a bit of that. That's like a live thing. I could show. I also have a video of my own band, Spider Lord, which is kind of cool, maybe a little scary. I was in a band that was very heavy, it was called sludge rock. It was like very slow, heavy music, almost like Black Sabbath. If you took a Black Sabbath record and you slowed it down a little bit, that's kind of what Spider Lord sounds like. Yes, the band's name is Spider Lord, and I was rocking the bass in Spider Lord, and I can play that one too if you guys are interested. Talk about your experience with Metatron. Oh, so Grace is asking me to talk about my experience with Metatron. I can do that. You know what? Let me play it, Mike. I'm gonna see if I can play that one. Let me stop this screen. Let me do a present video file, and let me see if I have that Metatron clip. I think I played it. Oh, that says Metatron. When I'm doing a search here, I need to spell things better. Metatron, Unleashing the Primal Fire, Metatron. Here we go. No, that is Brian doing Metatron. Metatron is Wendy's mystical muse.
Metatron's cute.
Oh, no, that is not the video I'm looking for. I'm sorry, guys. It's not so easy to necessarily find this thing while I'm here. Can you guys hear me now? Did I mute somehow? It seems like I should be good. Can you guys hear me? Are you guys there? Let's see if I can find the Spider Lord video. Let me play that one for you guys real quick, because it looks like Mick Thomas may not show up. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna hold him to thank you, Hat. I'm gonna hold him to being on my show for a full show. So I'm gonna reschedule Mick Thomas. I apologize to anyone who showed up here for Mick Thomas. Again, write me and you'll get 100% of your money back. And you can come for free to the next Mick Thomas show when he is actually here. So that's kind of cool too. So go back to my comments. Grace is hearing me loud and clear. Awesome. Spider Lord is pretty cool. I've watched pretty much everything on your page. Thank you, Tim. I love knowing that I have people who care. And I'm not even going to say fans. He's not a fan. He's just a guy who cares and is interested in what I'm doing, which is super much appreciated. And I'm interested in what he's doing. He's coming to the United States with his wife and child, which I think is awesome. All right, let's see. Spider Lord, here we go. The Collector on Vimeo. So this song is called The Collector. This is some video that was taken at a bunch of different live gigs. I think it's pretty cool. I hope you think it's pretty cool. What am I doing? Picture in picture? No, I just want like a large. I don't think I can do full screen. I think that is large. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear this. So much hair, you can't tell who's who.
A 44 Magnum, wherever I roll. Now I'm across the border with 10 tons of snow. I got it loaded everywhere I go. 10,000 bullets, another 1,000 roads. Hey!
That's me right there. And one of my favorite shirts. That is not me.
I'm in a cage with molten bars. I'm on the run. I've gone.
Let's take a little like slow down Black Sabbath album.
In the trunk, some metal cage.
Here I am on the right. On my right.
Bleeding fingers in
My Led Zeppelin shirt. I still have that shirt. Yes.
I'm full of
Yeah, there's a lot of good hair. And yes,
everywhere
I does look a little like me.
one guilty suspect.
Yeah, I used to have a nice. I have a nice head of hair.
Never ever know if I should see ya.
I don't know know if you guys can hear me when the
down the
video's all going up.
path of gold. I'm just a victim, another broken soul. Hey, stop, collector, stop, collector, stop, collector, stop, collector. I'm in a cage with molten bars. I'm on the run. I've come too far. In the trunks of metal cage, bleeding fingers in the blade.
Sludgy. That's pretty sludgy. Here we go. Black Sabbath right here.
Sonia, testify. Preparation for the light. Though it's mystifying, you'll pay for every cut in line. Sonia, terrified. Mirrored in the big goodbye. Murder in the end will break your spirit quicker in time.
So here's a cool story. Hold on, let me let this finish.
In time.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. So my cool story is this right here.
Testify.
Hold on, let me see this stage right here. So I don't know if you can see this. That says Adler's. That was Adler's Appetite. We were opening up for Steven Adler's Appetite. He's the drummer from Guns N' Roses. He was interesting character. I got a funny picture of him that Chip Zenough from Enough's Enough took. He was the bass player for Adler's Appetite, and I handed him my camera, and he took a picture of me and Steven Adler. I've got to find that picture. That's pretty dang funny. I think, and everyone needs to go through a metal phase. Thank you. I didn't see this, but we show up for you. I only show up for you in this community. We show up for you. Thank you, guys. That makes me feel so good. And then, of course, Helen, I scared her away when I played The Collector. She couldn't listen. It was just too dark and heavy for her, which is cool. I get it. I'm totally fine with that, Helen. I still love you incredibly. So thank you. It's after 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna start to sign off. I've given up hope on Mick Thomas. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. He apologizes too, I'm sure, and I will have him back. I think he's a good guy. He's gonna honor his word. He just may not be so reliable as far as like with his schedule. He was taking his daughter looking at schools today. And Tim, Mike, you looked out. You still have your favorite old shirt and your hair. I've got plenty of my shirts, but no hairs. That's awesome, Tim. Yeah, it is cool. I keep shirts for a long time, and it's cool to have them. Hat. Recently found an ex-boyfriend's band video circa 1995 online. Good band, but unfortunately they sounded exactly like Queensryche, and I guess Queensryche was the one that got picked. I wish I had it handy. Oh my God, I have to tell a quick story. So a friend of mine, oh my God, it's on my Facebook. Let me see if I can find it. A friend of mine posted a video of Guns N' Roses concert from 1991 that was at the Nassau Coliseum here on Long Island. I was at that show. Skid Row opened up for Guns N' Roses. Let me go to my page here. Let me do a quick search to find this. It's so funny. Here it is. guns. I'm just hitting guns. I'm just typing in guns to search as quick as I can. And of course, it didn't find it. It found some guns and some women of Armageddon. Let's type in roses. Maybe it'll find it if I type in roses. Nope, it's not finding it. Oh, that's just so weird. I know that I posted it. Anyway, I'm babbling, but so I was at this concert. Not only was I at this concert, but my experience at this concert was I was in the second row. My friend, his girlfriend, bought him tickets. She wasn't going to be there, so I went with him. Second row tickets, Guns N' Roses and Skid Row at the Nassau Coliseum. Guns N' Roses was notorious. Tim was there too. That's awesome. Tim, I got to send you the link for the video. So Guns N' Roses was notorious at the time for showing up late to their shows. And of course, they showed up late to this show. It was like probably an hour or 2 hours. Yeah, I think they went on at 11 o'clock p.m. Right. So Skid Row had played. Everybody had a great time. We saw the concert. I'm looking at my Facebook here while I'm talking to you guys. And it was awesome. And we're waiting there. Everybody's getting restless. I turn around to look at the crowd. I'm in the second row. I turn around. I look at the whole Nassau Coliseum. Everybody's waiting. It's like not cool. It's like they're waiting. Everyone's getting more. And I go, bullshit. And then some people around me started going, bullshit. And literally within 10 seconds, the whole place, Tim, if you were there, maybe you remember, was going, bullshit. It was awesome. So I had an amazing experience at that concert that was very memorable. And then somebody posted this video of it, and I can see myself in the video. It's like I'm going back to 1991. I'm a rock and roller with my long hair, and I'm going, yeah, Guns N' Roses. And it's just so amazing that that's on YouTube. Some other random person filmed it, and I can see myself there. It brought back the whole experience, seeing myself there and seeing the way I was enjoying it and all of that stuff. So I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I've been babbling. It's 10:07. I don't know. I'm gonna do a after hours thing here for just a minute because I do want to share this video. I feel like it's worth it. So let me go share screen. Anybody who is tired and wants to go, you're welcome to go. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here always, you guys. I am going to play this video. Not sure if the link above posted. It did not post. But that is probably it. Guns N' Roses. Let me see. I'm gonna copy. Can I copy that? I can't copy that. Guns N' Roses. I can't seem to copy that from your text. But that is multicam. Oh, that's a multicam shot. I got to check that video out. That might be like a professionally shot one, which if you could see me in that one, it's going to be clear. That's awesome. I'll post it on the page on the Livestream of Consciousness page. I found a frame and a time, and I circled myself so you could see it. It was just so cool to see that. So anyway, folks, I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to play this, and then when it's done, I will sign off and say goodnight to you guys. But this is another video that I did with Cyrena Carey. She is just, again, amazingly talented. This was a song she wrote, I think, when she was 19. I did this video with her when she was 20. Well, she wrote it when she was 17. I did it with her when she was 20. Again, in my living room. It's called If Looks Could Kill. It is a phenomenal song. She's got such a sensual, mature voice. So let's play that. Let's watch.
Life can be risky. Switching to optimum
Let's
isn't.
not.
If looks could kill, babe, I'd be dead at your feet. You're already killing me. I'm dead at your feet. Can't stop staring at you, baby. You make it so easy. Oh, baby, baby. I know you're bad news, but I can't get it through my head. If looks could kill, baby, be dead at your feet. You're already killing me. I'm dead at your feet. Feels like I'm falling too deep into those eyes, those beautiful green. And I should give up, but I just can't stop loving you. 'Cause look at you, if looks could kill, then maybe be dead at your feet. You're already killing me. I'm dead at your feet. And I just can't help but feel like I'm not worth your time. And I just can't help but wish that you were mine. 'Cause I love more than just your smile or your eyes. It's who you are inside that makes me wanna make you mine. And with that in mind, if looks could kill, baby, be dead at your feet. You're already killing me. I'm dead at your feet. Keep on killing me. Keep on killing me, killing me, killing me.
She's so good.
Oh, keep on killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me,
Like such an old soul right there.
oh, keep on killing me. Oh, baby.
Softly. Ooh. She deserves more subs. Yeah, she does. She didn't really. She's not really pursuing music so much. She was for a little bit. She's trying to figure it out. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work with such amazing talent and amazing song and such a beautiful face. And hold on, I gotta stop this. Such a beautiful face and such a deep soul. Like, that was an insane experience making that video and watching it. I feel like, for me, I'm a little biased, I guess, but it's like timeless. Like, I could watch it over and over and feel the same chill. So anyway, Mick is saying too late. I just said all good. I'm gonna sign off. You owe me one. Too late. And I'm going to tell him, yeah, all good. I don't want him to even run. He wants to do one tomorrow. So maybe I will spontaneously come on tomorrow. I know there's only a few of you here left. Raise your hand if you would come back if I spontaneously do tomorrow. Yeah, nice song. She's very talented. That was no doubt. Like, such an old soul in a young woman. So should I tell Mick Thomas that I'll do it with him tomorrow? It's cool if I go live and no one's there and I just record it and it's there, but I would love to be able to give him some notice. So, but I guess maybe he's not bringing anyone to the table. I don't know. Ninja Kitty will be here. So Ninja Kitty, please stand by. I might just show up tomorrow. I actually also I got on Facebook, they said I was a rising creator and they gave me like the ability to get stars and go live. So I've been trying to go live on Facebook Live. I just did it tonight to announce the show and see what's up. I feel like I want to start conversations there. It's hard when people don't interact. I fortunately have a good couple of people who interact with me and tell me they're there and tell me they care, and it's all good. So anyway, I love you guys so freaking much. I can't even express it. Let me look at my calendar here. The positive pineapple. So next week is a double whammy for me, which is one of the days I love. Hold on. One of the days I love. I've got Grace Grella at 7 p.m. next week on the Grace Grella Show, her own YouTube channel. We're going to do an hour of live call-in stuff. And Tim says, I'll pop up, and I was there earlier. Yes. Thank you. Hat has to put me in the window, and the dark journalist and the other I've ran over, and I'm into her time. Thanks, Hat, for being here. I love you too. I really appreciate your presence and commitment to caring. So anyway, so yes, Grace Grella next week, and I have a guy named the Positive Pineapple who seems like a very cool shaman type dude, lots of wisdom to share. That's what we like to do, connect all of the puzzle pieces. I've been talking about how, everybody's a puzzle piece. Sometimes you don't necessarily fit next to somebody else. Pieces don't fit, but you're all still part of that puzzle, right? You're all part of the puzzle. We're all part of the puzzle because I'm a part of it too. I love being a part of this puzzle with you guys, and I will see you next week. Did I say who my guest was? Yes, I did. It's the Positive Pineapple. Bye, guys.